All right. Hello and welcome everybody to the first stream 2024. Tonight's fantastic Dino action, and it is absolutely certainly going to be, can't get more fantastic than this. I missed it away for a few days there for a holidays as it was, but I was happy to record a couple matches there, get some voiceover. That worked out pretty good, so I'll certainly be looking to do it quite a bit more. But let's get right into it. I'll go briefly over this, but I want to record a more full-featured, more lengthy deck tech on it. Basic idea, Galta Stampede Tyrant. That costs a lot. Oh boy, it's going to take a while to make that amount of mana. Whatever will you do? Lands, I say. Oh, Castle Garenbrig, beautiful. 4, and you tap it, you make 6 green. Again, still Sunken Citadel. You have 2 Sunken Citadels, you make 4. 2 of that green, and it could be 2 red, potentially. 2 Sunkens, Castle, 6 green, 2 other lands. Boom, you have 8 for Galta right there. That does it. Topiary grabs a land, forest. Love it. Absolutely keeping the amount of forest pretty high. As long as I see a topiary or a forest or a stomping ground, Castle Garenbrig enters untapped, and that is quite important. But there's not a whole lot of those early creatures you may be familiar with in standard or explore extended formats. And that's okay. We're durable. We don't care about removal. Do you hate Fatal Push? I bet you do. Fiery Impulse, Lightning Axe, get lost. Well, your opponent is going to get lost because that stuff's going to sit there. It is pretty funny watching them discard it, or by the time you drop something, it doesn't matter. They're dead. Sometimes I don't do a whole lot. I might go Topiary Stomper, turn 3, grab a forest, set up for turn 4 or 5 to drop Galta. And by the time this drops, it could be putting Regisaur Alpha plus a Palani plus a Tyrranax Rex, a Carnage Tyrant. It could put 2 Tyrranax Rexes in a Regisaur. It could put Galta out as well as this Galta. You could have both at the same time. Pretty much often enough. When this drops, the opponent is dead. Nothing they can do about it, unless they have Settle the Wreckage, of course. 2 and 2 white, exile all creatures, all attacking creatures, target player controls. That's kind of rough, but other than that, usually they're dead. Polyraptor, I thought I'd just add that in there. If you, excuse me, I'm drinking a Monster right now. Yeah, it's all done. Okay. Yeah, I thought I'd just put it in. If I can make 8 easily enough for Galta, I might as well have a copy of that. It could be nice, an additional big scary thing, good for aggression. I can keep up the pressure. If they block, I get a copy. If it trades, I'm still getting a copy, so I have something to block with at a later turn. It's kind of like it has vigilance, but if they just block to not take 5 and it doesn't die, it's just gonna get out of control and snowball. Absolutely. It would be lovely to grab it. And speaking of grabbing, Fierce Empath. It's all about buying time until you can drop this, and usually I can buy just enough time. Fierce Empath is pretty much the best thing. When it enters, we search for a creature with a mana value 6 or greater. Not too many of you guys are playing creatures with a mana value 6 or greater. You might not be playing anything. If it is a more traditional dinosaur deck, it might just be Galta Primal Hunger. That's it. Maybe a Carnage Tyrant or 2. But look at all that stuff I can grab. Mostly, I want to see Galta Stampede Tyrant every game. Pretty much. 4 copies, that's still not enough. There are so many moments where I don't see it, I want it. If I do see it, they're dead. 100%. But then I lose because I haven't seen it. So Fierce Empath grabs it. Castle Garenbrig, how much mana does that make? 6 green. 2 Fierce Empath, a Fierce Empath and a Pugnacious. 2 Pugnacious, Topiary, a combination of these. But Fierce Empath, a creature, it enters. We search for Galta if we don't have it. If we have Galta, we get Regisaur Alpha to give haste to everything else. If it's 2 Fierce Empaths, maybe I grab Regisaur plus Palani's, something like that, just because I want haste on everything. If this is the only thing giving everything else haste, it might be a little bit risky. The opponent could kill the Regisaur Alpha before combat happens, and then everything doesn't have haste. That's no fun. We want to kill the opponent as fast as possible that turn. So 8 total things that give every other creature in the deck haste, because every other creature is a dinosaur other than Fierce Empath. But yeah, it's a creature, saves time, it chump blocks, it grabs the other big stuff to prepare for an even bigger turn. Increasing consistency, buying time, that's where it's at. Mana base, nothing too crazy. It's got to be for Sunken. Don't use any less than that. Sylvan Scrying still to grab the land that I need to make all this stuff to supercharge everything. Cavern of Souls, well, don't worry about counter spells with this. Pretty straightforward. It's gonna be good. Gonna be good. My oh my. Sideboard, Amalia Explore combo. If they can't gain life, they lose, basically. Giant Cindermaw in for that. Echoing Deeps. I'm kind of testing this out. We'll see how it goes. A lot of opponents, many decks, have Field of Ruin. It doesn't require a certain color. Field of Ruin, when the opponent knows what's up, they really target Castle Garenbrig, and that is painful. And sometimes I lose because Castle Garenbrig has been destroyed, and I don't see a Sylvan Scrying to grab a second copy of it. Echoing Deeps entering the battlefield tapped as a copy of any other land in a graveyard. Not that I would want to copy an opponent's land, but mostly it's in there. It enters. We choose to copy a Castle Garenbrig that the opponent got rid of, and then we just keep on trucking, pretty much. Back to nature. I have been seeing a lot of 5-color Fires of Invention, Enigmatic, Incarnation, enchantment decks, playing stuff for free. Well, that does the trick. Seen it quite a bit. It has been producing some pretty good results, so I thought I'd bring in 2 more copies. Back to Nature is finally back. I might up it to 3 because I just love hosing that deck, and I'm not too worried about too much else. But Brotherhood's End, there you go. You got a sweeper. You got some hate against artifacts. Pretty straightforward right there. Buys the time, and I don't have a lot of small stuff. No Otepic Huntmaster, Bone Crusher Giants. Bone Crusher is lovely. None of the mana dorks. I don't have to feel bad about, trying to accelerate, play creatures, get ahead, and then eventually I go Brotherhood's End, but I lose all that small stuff. That's no fun at all. Most of the stuff is massive. Pretty much the only thing that dies to Brotherhoods is Fierce Empath, but chances are I chump blocked it already if I played it. The token from Regisaur Alpha, the egg, and the token from Palani's. But other than that, we're good. We're good. And chances are I played Brotherhoods before I played one of these. Lovely, lovely. So it's not much of a drawback and a good thing to have against a lot of stuff. Scavenger Grounds, there we go. Graveyard Hate, instant speed, pretty hard to interact with. Pay 2, tap it, exile all graveyards. Good, good. Pretty straightforward there. Again, Sylvan Scrying. Grab Scavenger Grounds against Izzet Phoenix. Oh, excuse me, and it is pretty good, but that was a little bit longer of a intro. Man, I could talk for hours about it. That's okay. That's okay. We'll see how many matches I can do. Probably hard to say. It's been going good so far. Climbing back up. Crunchy edibles. Interesting. All right. Maybe mill or something. That's not good. That's not good at all. 1 Sunken Citadel. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that got infinitely better. Polyraptor, send that to the bottom. That's the thing I need the least. I Yeah, we'll keep Galta Stampede Tyrant. Oh. We have 2 untapped on turn 2. The Forest helping. Oh, I know this deck. This is Izzet. Artifacts are going to play in Soul Artifact. Or the other one. The other one. We're probably dead. This actually is a pretty painful matchup. Yeah. Or maybe it's Azorius Control. Huh. No, it's got to be that in Soul Artifact. Odd. Huh. Well, hard to say. I don't know what's happening. Luckily, they let that happen. That was due. They could have sacrificed Judge's Familiar. They did not. That's going to cause them to lose, pretty much. It could. I wouldn't have grabbed Sunken Citadel, and that's painful stuff, because everything now is creatures. Yeah. They're in trouble. Big time. Would be nice to play. We'll go with Castle Garenbrig next turn. Sunken Citadel enters tap, so I'm not going to have access to 6 green, but it may not matter too much, depending what we draw. It would be nice to go Topiary plus a Fierce Empath. Auras. Fliers. Oh, okay. Azorius Fliers, that's pretty good. Brotherhood's End is going to be lovely stuff. Now the question is, can I survive next turn with the Sunken Citadel? I would be technically looking at 7. Yeah. 7 and 8 next turn. Okay, let's do that. One, two, three. I think we should be safe, as long as they don't counter Fierce Empath. I want to grab something with haste. As long as they don't play the Lord that gives power or buffs up. Tyrranax Rex, yeah. Buffs up all the flying creatures. We could be done for, certainly. Yeah, Brotherhood's End. Smoke those birds and the ghosts and that pirate. But at the very least, next turn we get a drop. Oh, okay. They might have a counter spell. Cavern of Souls would be lovely stuff. If we get something with haste, they are dead. If Galta lands. Ooh. 5. They still might not kill us next turn. Oh my goodness. Okay, I like the looks of this. Huh. Interesting. Let's make as much as possible if we're still alive. They could have something with flash and whatnot, so that's it's a little bit problematic and scary. I'm just going to grab another Tyrranax Rex to wreck them and get to 7 lands. I get to attack with the Topiary Stompers, which is quite nice indeed. Still no counter spells. I do like that, I must admit. Another T-Rex. Let's go. Let's get him. Hopefully. I would imagine they flash in something. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Oh, never mind. We're down to 5. What am I thinking? I was so excited to maybe get a big Galta. Nuts. Speaking of nuts. Okay, well, we know what to do. Flying, of course, can be pretty painful, especially Azorius Spirits. I don't have Shifting Ceratops. 2 and 2 green, 5/4, can't be countered. Protection from blue. That is lovely, lovely stuff. No Polyraptor. Don't need that. No Galta. 2 Pugnacious. Actually, I like the Pugnacious. I'm going to trim 2 Fierce Empath. If we get that Pugnacious down, they got a lot of small stuff that's going to be pretty scary for them. They'd always want to be holding back one of their creatures to chump it, and hopefully, eventually they'd run out. Oh, so scary. Unfortunate we didn't have something that would give everybody haste. Well, sometimes that happens even with 8 total things that can do that. The 4 Palani's Hatcher, The 4 Regisaur Alpha. I like that. Oh, beautiful. We got the Sunken. Turn 2, we grab Castle Garenbrig. Turn 3, we can play Pugnacious, or if we're feeling extra daring, we grab another Sunken on turn 3. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully that judges. Oh, very good stuff. Don't counter it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh boy. They're going to do it. I bet. Okay, they learned their lesson. That's all right. We got Castle Garenbrig. Okay. Don't counter this. Don't counter it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, beautiful stuff. I did this. I could have played Pugnacious, but I want to play the other Sunken. Now, on turn 4, Tyrranax Rex. Turn 4, Tyrranax Rex. There you go. That's fast enough, folks. 100%. It's got to be. Oh, darn, they played a Judge's Familiar. Oh, shucks. Whatever am I going to do? Good. Lights out. If they don't have a sweeper, they're dead. Both Tyrranax Rexes are connecting next turn. That's going to get them to 10 poison. Either way, there you go. Can't target that, buddy. Pretty good. Huh. Gain some life. Doesn't matter. Maybe they play some more creatures. We'll see. Pretty good. Pretty good. Turn 4 T-Rex. You can't fit a push away how I got there. Love it. Love it. That's what it's all about. I don't know. Brotherhood's End. They got a lot of counter spells. Some counter spells specifically for non-creature stuff. I would imagine negate, 1 in a blue, counter target non-creature spell, because they're thinking of sweepers, that sort of thing. But I think I still want to keep in that Brotherhoods, because it would be nice to catch them by surprise. Keeping in mind Judge's Familiar. They can sacrifice it, make us pay an extra 1, so we always have to cast Brotherhoods with 1 extra left at least. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it like that. Yeah. Definitely the Carnage and Tyrranax Rex for sure. They can't be countered if I don't have a Cavern of Souls and I can just stick them. Get them down. Sometimes I don't have a Cavern. I've used Sylvan Scrying to grab the good stuff, and that hand is good stuff. Absolutely. We're looking at 6 green right there with all those. Beautiful. Hopefully Fierce Empath plus something else so I can... Oh, it just got better. Wow. Alright. Sylvan Scrying. Turn 2, grab that second Sunken. Hopefully. Oh, Strict Proctor. That is strictly good. But they're not super aggressive. They haven't been super duper aggressive yet. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. The other Sunken. Let's just do it. Get it out of the way. Smoke them. I will have to pay an extra 2 for Galta's Stampede Tyrant, though. That is going to be rough. If that is our plan, if we get there. This Sylvan, though. We're going to grab another source of red, hopefully. Maybe. Phew. Do I want to be a Cavern of Souls now? Potentially for that Brotherhood's End. I want that second source of red with the Rockfall, with the Stomping Ground. I have that second source red, or the 2 sources. That's not too bad. Next turn, Tyrranax Rex is pretty good. Turn 4 again. Hopefully it's fast enough. Seems like that might be the case. Alright. Oh, if we get Galta's Stampede Tyrant, finally having Palani's Hatcher, boom, that enters. Oh, Ether Gust, that's okay. That's okay. Fierce Empath next turn, we're going to grab Galta Stampede Tyrant. We've got a lot of good stuff. Hopefully it's, well, not another Ether Gust. That is always the painful thing. Sending it either to the top or the bottom. Yeah. Well, that's not Galta Stampede Tyrant, but hey, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Test the waters with Pugnacious if they have a counter spell. Okay. Maybe they do. Good. I like that. Paying an extra 2. I actually didn't account for that extra 2. That would have been embarrassing if that was the case. Or they're set up ready and waiting for Galta. Ooh. Okay, well, hey, that they just they barfed a lot of flying. Enough flashy flying. I mean, I have some certain things that would definitely help against that, but it packs a punch. Well, that did the trick. That's a glaring hole. A hole in the bucket of wins, you could say. Now that's all right. Flame Sweep. Flame Sweep would have been the devastating thing. 2 in a red, instant speed. 2 damage to each creature. Oh, beautiful. Just responding whenever they flash in a bunch of stuff. Maybe when they're tapped out. When they only have 1 Judge's Familiar and they can only make us pay an extra 1. And we just get them all. But, well, you can't win them all. That's for sure. That might do it, though. Send the costliest thing to the bottom. Lovely to see Cavern of Souls. The first Izzet Phoenix of the night. I would imagine it's probably Izzet Phoenix. Yeah. Okay, good stuff. Maybe they're ready and waiting with a counterspell, perhaps. Oh boy. What is it going to be? It's going to be Topiary Stomper. Get us ahead. Be at 4 or 5 on turn 4. We can play Palani's Hatcher, which is beautiful. It can't be countered. Fantastic. Possibly 2 Pugnacious Hammer Skulls. If I draw a Castle Garenbrig, I might try that. Now I'll go with Palani's Hatcher, although we have to keep in mind the Fiery Impulse, the Lightning Axe. Pugnacious has 6 toughness, which is pretty good. What's going to be targeted? Palani's Hatcher, they're going to take it out with Fiery Impulse or Lightning Axe before we hatch one of the eggs, unfortunately. I'm just going to play Pugnacious instead. At the very least, they could throw, or would have to throw, a Lightning Axe plus a Fiery Impulse. 2 pieces of removal. That might be pretty good. They only had 1 source of red, but still, I was pretty certain Palani's Hatcher was not going to live all that long. Make him squirm a little bit with a 6/6. How many birds do they have in the graveyard? Okay, 2. Well, that's getting a little bit scary. Well, if they get them out this turn, they would deal 6. I could. There's the Lightning Axe. Like I said, you know it's around. You know it's going to be. It's a fact. Okay, torch the tower as well. That's also a good thing. I mean, they normally want to play 3 cheap things to get the Phoenixes out anyways, and using 2 pieces of removal, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's something they probably would have wanted to do anyways. Just get that aggression going. But I like it. Palani's Hatcher. Beautiful. They're tapped out, so we get it down, we get an egg hatched, get a bit of aggression going. Hopefully a Castle Garenbrig or something at some point. There's that Fiery Impulse. It's a fact of life. Certainly if you're playing all the other cheap things that you might normally use in a dinosaur deck, that stuff's not going to stick around whatsoever. basically guaranteed. You play a mana dork, it's dead. Fiery Impulse. Ooh, ouch. Or you just get ahead with a lot of lands and you can't Fiery Impulse a forest. You can set fire to a forest, but sometimes the removal just sits there, which is a pretty good feeling. Well, we're not dead yet. You never know. They don't have another Phoenix in the great. Oh, ugh. Okay, that is good. Yeah. Another Palani's Hatcher is not going to do the trick, sadly. Oh, not quite. But we got that Scavenger Grounds again. 2 of them. I might increase it to more. Maybe more graveyard hate, but sometimes, often enough, I have just simply gotten the job done. The Izzet Phoenix deck has not gotten a whole lot of Phoenixes out too early. Yeah. That's alright. Everything came together pretty nicely for them. Would they have counter spells? Not too many counter spells. Trim Cavern of Souls. Yeah. Sometimes I've thought about Brotherhood's End. I do like Flame Sweep, like I was mentioning for the Azorius Fliers deck we just faced. Instant speed, 2 damage to everything. 2 damage to everything would take out those Arclight Phoenixes. At the very least, send them back to the graveyard. We don't have to worry about them, hopefully, for a turn. And sometimes it just buys us enough. All the Phoenixes are in. Exile the graveyard when they're all in, because they could have brought a couple out over different turns. All in one, exiled. Beautiful. Do I like that? Kind of. It's no Scavenger Grounds, but at least it's 2 and Sylvan Scrying to grab Castle Garenbrig. Nah. Try for something a touch better. That's quite a bit better. Send Fierce Empath to the bottom. I like seeing both Carnage Tyrants. Adam, yes. Glad to have you here. Back in Chomping is certainly right with that lovely new pet there. Ooh. Devastating. Scary. I would imagine Sylvan Scrying gets countered. Pretty sure they might want to do their thing for one. Surveil, draw a card. Good. If they had the opportunity, if they had Spell Pierce, they may be kicking themselves, because now we're looking at 6 green, turn 4. Carnage Tyrant. That's what it's all about. You see 3 lands, one of them's Castle Garenbrig plus the Sylvan Scrying. You lock it in. You get this. Oh yeah. I know what I'm doing. I was actually almost thinking Topiary Stomper, but I still may not have been able to make the 6 green, so we'll just do this. It's pretty good. You can't Fiery Impulse, Torch the Tower, Lightning Axe. The way I'm getting Carnage Tyrant right now. Oh, there's lights out. Done for.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me.
That's good enough. They stumbled. We are getting fortunate this game. Stumbling in the land department for them. It happens to everybody. Whew. Can't target that. You can't double up on 2 Fiery Impulses. No siree. Oh, did you have something else? Get this down. Lock it up. And they don't have an Ether Gust, which is quite nice indeed. Well, they couldn't have had an Ether Gust. They only had 1 mana. Yeah. Not gonna cut it. Young Pyromancer. I've seen that a little bit. Sometimes in game 2 they transition to this, make a bunch of creatures. Sometimes they remove all the Phoenixes because they assume people are going to bring in Graveyard Hate after they see it. So the Phoenixes go out, the opponent's Graveyard Hate comes in, but the Phoenixes aren't there. So that graveyard hate is not doing much. But I still want to bring in a sweeper, I'm thinking. If they do have that kind of sub-plan, young pyromancer whenever they cast an instant or sorcery, and other things whenever they cast an instant or sorcery, they make little tokens. It's pretty deadly if you have all this graveyard hate, but they're not doing a whole lot with the graveyard. If the phoenixes are out, I think that's sometimes the case. I've seen it before. Game 2 seems like things change quite a bit. I don't see a phoenix whatsoever. I certainly don't want to be caught out not having a sweeper and they have all that stuff, but I would imagine they would have some sort of counter for it anyways. Certainly countering a non-creature spell. I'm going to keep it like it is. Hope for the best. Yeah. Maybe if it was something that wasn't in blue, I would know they wouldn't have a counter spell. I'm going to try this. This looks pretty crazy. 2 lands. But again, one is Sunken Citadel. Sylvan's Crying. Grab that castle. We only have to see one more, and we can make 6 green. Oh, we don't have Carnage Tyrant, sadly. Nowhere to be found. But I think it'll work out. Hopefully it's Scavenger. Oh, Cavern of Souls. Very good stuff. Yeah, we'll go with Cavern of Souls. We don't have to take 2. We won't take 2 if we don't have to. Alright. We got that 6 green eventually. It's kind of funny. Making 6 green with the 4 lands. I can't... Oh, excuse me. 6 green with those 4 lands. I can't cast Regisaur Alpha. Sometimes Carnage Tyrant happens before this thing, which is kind of amusing. 4 lands, that, ooh. No Phoenix. Well, we're looking good so far. No graveyard chicken is in the graveyard. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Stomping Ground, we don't have a turn 3 play. Have that enter tapped. Oh, this could be bad. Okay. Maybe I should have brought in Brotherhood's End. It would have been nice to smoke maybe 1 Ledger Shredder. That's not going to be the case. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. We'll get the job done. At least I can go with Pugnacious Hammerskull. That's not nothing. Next turn we can make 7. If we draw land next turn, they have 2 more turns to kill us. Next turn I can play Regisaur Alpha at the very least, make a bunch of bodies, buy enough time, but the clock is ticking for them. It's ticking for us because the Ledger Shredder is flying and hopefully nothing bad happens to Pugnacious. Scare away a little bit of aggression. Huh. Yeah, I should have listened to my gut. Brought in that sweeper. That would have been pretty sweet. Yeah, no, don't attack with that. Okay. Oh, okay. Strap yourselves in, folks. This is all about buying time. How do you buy time? You play the thing that makes the most creatures. Palani's Hatcher is 3 creatures in 1. That's it. That's really all I want to do. Do I want to attack? Not too much. I want blockers for next turn, just in case. They have 5 flying. We're taking 5, down to 7. Young Pyromancer is not going to attack, I don't think. Nah. Chances are they would have just let the Pugnacious and the token through anyways. They might have removal for stuff. Crackling Drake, well, that's not gonna... Oh, darn. Oh, shoot. Hopefully they don't have a lightning axe. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty cool. Alright. might have done it. Down to the wire. This is pretty tense. Heart's beating a little bit, probably because I had the energy. Yeah, attack with stuff. Leave yourself. Oh, that's what it's all about. Got him. Probably got him. I'm not going to bother doing the math. But I'm pretty certain that's got to be it. Be surprised if it wasn't.
Ruthless aggression.
Hopefully it's enough. It's not a lot of trample damage, which is painful, rough. But we have to do this or else we're certainly dead. Any number of those things. Unfortunately, it could have been Carnage Tyrant, or at least one Carnage Tyrant would have been nice, or a Tyrranax Rex. Nah. Oh yeah, that's easily it. Huh. Gotcha. They're still being hit with 26. They don't have enough to stop this. Boom.
You won! You did it!
Too slow, buddy. Oh. Oof. Even took him down to -8. That is great. That's pretty good. If it's not Carnage or Tyrranax Rex, he still might go pretty wide because Palani makes a bunch. If you have one Palani's hatcher out and that Palani's has hatched both eggs and then you play a second Palani's, the second one you play, it makes 2 eggs, but you have 2 Palani's out, so you get to hatch both eggs that the second one makes because you get 2 triggers from each, and then you have just more aggression. Get the job done by that. What other variation would have decimated like that? I don't know. Hard to find something that is just so crushing. A stampede. That certainly was a stampede. Okay. Redemption from that pesky Azorius Fliers. Yeah. Who needs graveyard hate? But that was a good learning lesson. Like I said, game 2, they switch. They take the Phoenixes out. They go to this elemental spam, go wide game plan. Keep an eye on that. Don't bring in too much graveyard hate because it might not do much. It might not do anything. You don't have a sweeper because, well, they only have usually a couple things. The Ledger Shredder, the Phoenix, not really worth a sweeper. But then you're caught not having the sweeper against all those little things. No, that's not a keeper. 2 Cavern of Souls only. Ooh. Ugh. It got worse. 1 Stomping as the only land in a Sylvan Scrying. Okay, well, we got it. Yeah. Send that stuff to the bottom. Keep the Fierce Empath. It's going to grab Galta Stampede Tyrant anyways. Or Carnage Tyrant. Possibly could have just kept Carnage Tyrant, but, well, yeah. I'm going to grab that. Coming up. Gruul. Vehicles. Okay, Gruul Stompy. Ronus the Indomitable is, well, that is certainly scary stuff. Well, I like the Sunken Citadel. I also like the Fierce Empath, but the stuff can get trample, gain trample with Ronus's ability. 2 and a green. Fierce Empath is not going to be much of a chump blocker. You know what? We're going to go with Sunken Citadel. It has to enter tapped at some point. Maybe I get that Carnage Tyrant next turn. Temur. Huh. That could be problematic. The Great Henge is, well, lovely stuff. Also, problematic. All, well, 3 Elvish Mystics. That's going to be rough. Yeah, Stomping Ground. Set up for next turn. Castle Garenbrig, we can make 7. But I could go Galta Stampede Tyrant, which would also be pretty good. Eventually, I can go Galta Stampede Tyrant. Let's do that. Next turn, I can make 7. Hope to draw another land somewhere. I have Galta Stampede Tyrant ready and waiting, so they got to go fast, which could be the case. And it's nice to see someone else using Castle Garenbrig. Okay, another Galta Stampede Tyrant person. Dead. Almost dead. Did they have it? Pretty cool stuff. Okay. That does tend to do the trick, I must admit. Pretty sure they have 8 next turn. They gotta. Well, let's see how bad it's gonna get. Yeah, they got it. Okie dokie. Dead. Done. Ouch. Ouch is right. Nothing. That's odd. Huh. Okay. Well, that's all they had. Fine by me. I'll take the 5. If I draw land, they die. Land. You can do land. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. I am the one who Galtas.
Unforgivable.
There you go. Yeah. Get it. Dead. Woo. See you later, buddy. Oh my. Oh, that is. Picture perfect. I was scared. I saw Galta Stampede Tyrant. I know what it can do. The opponent knows what it can do. Yeah, that. Okay. Do I want a sweeper? Not so much. It would probably only take out the dorks, which would be good. Definitely. Just have to try and go. Well, do that again. Okay. When you have only big stuff or mostly big stuff, usually when Galta Stampede Tyrant drops, you get them done. You finish them off. Wow. Right. Would that do it? Not so much. Huh. I do like Pugnacious, but it's not super duper fat. It could be better. Okay, it's got better. Wow. Cavern of Souls can go to the bottom? Yeah, let's do that. 2 Sunkens, a forest. If we see Topiary Stomper, we get Galta on turn 4. Oh boy, that'd be good. We don't have too much to barf. Didn't need a 3rd Sunken Citadel, but hey, that's alright. Still pretty good. A Pugnacious as well. Alright. Huh. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go with our own Pugnacious next turn, I think. Grab the Castle Garenbrig. We have to grab it at some point. We'll see how it looks. See if we have drawn some other big creature. Hopefully I don't continue to get flooded. Okay. Grabbing a mountain, probably. Okay, there's the mountain. Yeah, I like that. My own Pugnacious. Hopefully they don't have some sort of fight spell that gives +1/+1, and then I lose my Pugnacious to their Pugnacious, but we'll trade if it comes to that. I don't want to take 6. I know the bad stuff that can happen. Phew. We got Carnage Tyrant next turn. We got rid of the thing that had 6 power that could have traded. Oh yeah, I was wondering how they did that, but I didn't even realize they had Castle Garenbrig. That's how much I'm not used to seeing it. Whew. Well, we're not dead yet. Gotta take 2 to get Carnage Tyrant down, make 6. We'll get there, I think. Maybe. Hopefully. Certainly gotta take 7 from the Titan. I want to preserve Carnage Tyrant. Has that shield counter, so when it's dealt damage, it doesn't die. We might just be dead, sadly. Yeah, too little, too late. Could have maybe set up for a Galta if I had other stuff that would have been good, but there was only Carnage Tyrant, and then it was just a bunch of lands, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll keep that Brotherhood's End out of there. Alright. We know what is possible. You saw what is possible. And we're going first. Even better. I kind of like it. I would like to risk it. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess I'm risking it. As I went like this with my hands, it hit my keyboard. It hit the space bar that sadly made me keep it. I was about to go mulligan and try to get something less risky. Well, it's now or never. I mean, we're not done for if we... Oh, wow. Phew. Okay. It's looking better. We got the third land. Oh, I'm liking our chances. Castle Garenbrig next turn. If we draw it, we get to play Tyrranax Rex. Oh, okay. Well, that's still pretty darn good. Yeah, Topiary Stomper again. We got to get ahead in the lands. Hulking Raptor. Okay, this person's really liking the dinosaurs. If we get Castle Garenbrig next turn, we would have enough for Galta. And I'd get to attack with the Topiaries. We'd put Galta, Tyrranax Rex, Regisaur out, maybe kill him. See the okay, so it's a Terror of the Peaks Temur. Terror of the Peaks tends to do the trick. That's it's good stuff. I've tried Terror of the Peaks before in the past, and it certainly packs a punch. That is nice. Tends to do the trick. Okay. We need Castle Garenbrig to have any sort of chance. Ooh. Well, that's not Castle Garenbrig, and that will sadly do it for us. A very nice, devastating from the opponent. Whew. Maybe I should try Terror of the Peaks at some point. We'll see. I have been wondering about that. If a lot is entering with Galta, Terror of the Peaks would kill them, but if a lot of power was entering anyways, they'd probably be dead anyways. It is fun though. If you have lots of big, powerful stuff, Terror of the Peaks can make some pretty good sense. Dealing damage equal to the power of a creature whenever it enters your battlefield. That gets out of control real quick. Dealing damage to any target. Usually you want to just send it right towards the opponent's face and smoke them. But this hand looks like it could smoke them for sure. Sunken, hey, that's our source of green. We've got 2 untapped on turn 2 with Cavern. Oh, It's either Amalia, Explore, or something not great. Now the question is, do I want a castle? I wouldn't have 3. Next, you know what? We're going to go Sunken. The other Sylvan's going to grab Castle, Sunken. Going to be our land for the turn. Hopefully they don't combo off. Next turn, that is going to be kind of rough. They have that potential. Very, very scary. If they have 4 mana, Amalia plus Wild Growth Walker, they get the Amalia Explorer. Okay, no, that's not. It might just be collected company. But we're going to go with Fierce Empath. We're going to set up for an even nastier next turn because we're going to be making 8 with that Cavern of Souls that I just drew. Call it the Primal Hunger. Packing a punch. Boom. The 2 Sunken in Castle, 6. The 2 Cavern, 7, 8. Hopefully the stuff doesn't enter this turn, or else we're dead. Phew. Oh. Well, they might have Wild Growth Walker in their hand. Cross your fingers they don't. If they don't do their thing next turn, we're okay. Eventually. No Wild Growth. Oh, wow. Court of Calling. Okay, yeah. They did their thing. Just a touch too slow, but hey, I'm ready. Brotherhood's End, smoke the stuff that gains them life. Giant Cindermaw, make them not gain life. Basically, Pugnacious, well, that's not helping us. Pugnacious, Giant Cindermaw, switch. Fierce Empath, well, Polyraptor, don't exactly need that. Couple T-Rexes. Alright. Well, we got 8 things that can help. Either they can't gain life because I swept all the little things. That's good. That's going to stop them. Or just Cindermaw stops them. That's the keeper. Boom. 3 lands, 2 sources of red for Brotherhood's End. Sunken Citadel, sometimes that can be a source of red if you need it in a pinch for something like Brotherhood's End. Usually I forget still because it's almost always green that I name. I'm like, oh darn, I'm waiting for that second source of red for Brotherhoods, and sometimes I'm held off by it. Sadly. Definitely smoking that goose. Hopefully they play a few things this turn, and hopefully it's not a Thoughtseize, because that's going to get rid of Brotherhood's End. Big time. Play some more creatures, do it. Maybe they didn't draw lands. That would also be pretty good. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, gain some more life. Oh yeah, play another creature that gains you life. Oh darn. Oh darn, maybe they're going to go off next turn. Well, they're not probably going to be doing that now. Hopefully it buys us enough time. I'm crossing my fingers it does. Don't even have Castle Garenbrig. Castle Garenbrig would be pretty lovely. Carnage Tyrant next turn if that was the case. Sylvan Scrying to grab Castle Garenbrig. Alright. Hey, at least we know they don't have counter spells. Good. Could be collected company, you know, grabbing oh, they're gonna destroy one of our okay. I thought they might destroy one of our lands. They were looking at Sunken Citadel there. This could also do us okay. Could do us in. Oh boy. Well, we just have to cross our fingers that they don't have the Wild Growth Walker, but well, let's see. Either they have the Wild Growth Walker or Court of Calling to tap the creatures that they have to find it. Any number of things. bad things could happen. Another Brotherhood's End would be pretty good. Ouch. Brotherhood's End, you can do it. Well, Amalia would kill us anyways. Too little, too late, unfortunately. Oh. That is a rough one, but I still face a wide range, I must say. Sometimes you have the hate for this stuff, and it still doesn't happen. Pretty hard to hate against that deck. You kill Amalia, they get Amalia back from the graveyard. At instant speed with Court of Calling, they tap a couple creatures to get whatever piece they need, Amalia or the Wild Growth Walker. They have so many creatures that gain life. If you don't have a sweeper, it's not really going to do much. If you take out one of those life-gaining creatures, they can pretty easily start the chain that kills you. Amalia getting to 20 power, all the creatures being destroyed, her attacking, not a pretty sight. That hand, I mean, I do like seeing 2 Pugnacious Hammer Skulls, but I don't like seeing only 2 lands and no Sylvan Scrying. Well, that's way better. Whew. Wow, it's amazing how things change. 2 Sunken Citadels, technically 3 Cavern of Souls. I sent one to the bottom. I got another one, but we're looking at Galta at some point here. Might be 5 color Fires of Invention. Huh. Interesting. We see Kruga. Usually Kruga, that's what that means. But hey, we got 2 back to natures. We're going to get them. We're going to get them. Yeah. Castle Garenbrig. Try for the Sylvan Scrying. See what happens. Next turn, able to make 7. Pretty good. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell. Huh. 5 color Fires of Invention does sometimes have Bone Crusher Giant. Interesting. I grabbed the Stomping Ground just to have some more sources of red, but also to have a forest for... Oh, man, it likes giving me Cavern of Souls. Okay. Well, maybe they have a counter spell or something like that. I'll choose Dinosaur. I'll get Pugnacious down. Test the waters, see what they do. Maybe it's... I don't know. It could be a 4 or 5 color good stuff pile, something like that. See if they grab a source of white to go Leyline Binding. Get Pugnacious. Leyline Binding. Oh, no Leyline Binding. Okay, so it might just be Fires of Invention. Or something. Okay. Just the Bone Crusher. I'm fine with that. Multiplying, just dropping Galta. Again, only 22 lands. I'm pretty sure it's 22. Sometimes it's 22 or 23, but hey, it very easily could have been, at least one other creature other than Regisaur Alpha. Hopefully they don't have removal for Regisaur. It would be nice to attack with Galta this turn. They're like, oh darn, what just happened? It is pretty cool, I must say, seeing opponents scratch their heads and mouse over the lands, wondering how in the world did this person make so much. But Galta certainly could be some sort of dead. Bounced? Huh. Okay with that. No more lands. No sweeper. I should probably be saying no sweeper because... oh, Kenrith. Okay. It seems like it's 5 color Fires of Invention. Enigmatic Incarnation. They possibly could have just not drawn it. Usually that's the case. It's got to be. We were just fortunate we didn't see them draw either of those 2 enchantments. Kenrith is basically, well, that's the only time you see it in that deck. Yeah, I'm going to bring it back to nature anyways. See how that does. Polyraptor, don't exactly need it. Tyrranax Rex, if they're casting their stuff for free, that means all their lands are untapped, and usually they can pretty easily pay the ward for. I'll trim 1 T-Rex. They could have Beseju, something like that. A little bit of land destruction. Let's bring in 2 Echoing Deeps. Up the land count. Certainly I didn't need it the previous game, but I think some sort of land destruction could be in there. They saw what happened with the few lands that I had, able to barf all that stuff, so they might be gunning for Castle Garenbrig. The Echoing Deeps could be pretty helpful, and that is perfect. Absolutely perfect hand. We don't have 2 on turn 2, but we're looking at lots of mana. Hopefully an Echoing... Oh, okay. Well, we got 2 on turn 2, and it's a forest, and it helps Castle Garenbrig enter untapped. What more could I ask for? Rockfall Vale. Let's do it. I don't really need another Sunken Citadel with all the lands that I have. We should be good. And I want to do something on turn 3. Topiary Stomper. We're going to set up for a nice Castle Garenbrig. Go Fierce Empath plus Pugnacious, maybe Carnage Tyrant. If they played something nasty, potentially, hopefully seeing back to nature at some point here. Yeah, Fierce Empath, grab Galta, Stampede, Tyrant, Pugnacious, a nice body. Buy us more time if we needed to buy time. Or just Tyrranax Rex. Yeah, it just looks like 4 color good stuff. Weird that we haven't... Okay. Hopefully they don't have counter spells, but getting 2 Fierce Empaths now, well, hopefully they don't counter it. But hey, I think at least one is going to happen. Good. Oh, that's good. They certainly could have a counter spell, something that's going to stop Galta, Stampede, Tyrant. I do like Palani's Hatcher. I'll probably grab another Carnage Tyrant. Palani's would give haste to both Carnage Tyrants. Okay. No, we're looking at 8 next turn. Alright. They're dead. Well, they could have 2. They could have Ether Gust after they attack with... Okay. They're going to have a lot of mana. Fabled Passage is a land that enters for Omnath. Then they pop it and a second land enters. Then Omnath makes a red, a green, a white, and a blue. Plus that Plains is 5, plus the Swamp is 6. Sweep me. Do it. Do something nasty like that. Spend... Oh, they don't have a source of red. They are dead. Yeah, let's double block. Let's take out that goblin.
It's a trap!
Well, hopefully they don't have a counter spell. Cross your fingers, they can make blue with the treasure. Oh boy. Oh! Ooh. Call an ambulance, 100%. Oh, that's how you do it. You can't piddle around. Oh, they're going to get rid of Palani's Hatcher. 100%. So that's what I'm saying. It's nice to put two hasty things, a mixture of Regisaur and Palani's, and then... well, that's what happens. Hopefully they don't have a sweeper. Okay, that's good. That's good. They timed that beautifully. That was unfortunate. All right. Where's that darn back to nature? Would have been pretty cool if I could have gone back to nature to get rid of leyline binding before the combat and all that lovely stuff. Continuing to give everybody haste. We'll play out those things, and now I know I'll definitely hope for it, but man, where is... maybe it's not 5 color fires, it's just 5 color and then leyline binding, which certainly makes perfect sense. If they have all the land types. Okay, back to I wish I had 3. Man, that hoses this type of game plan. Oh boy, beautiful from them. And we could still get okay. Now, man, it took forever to see that Fires of Invention. For anybody that doesn't know, you can cast spells only during your turn. They can cast no more than 2 each turn. You may cast spells with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands they control. They got plenty of lands at this point, 6. They can play most stuff. A Regisaur Alpha is not quite going to do it, but you never know. There's lots of big things still left. Big enough, I hope. We'll see what happens. It's not like it could definitely not happen, but chances are it probably won't happen. I would think. Yeah, we'll see. If I draw a land next turn, we'll definitely pack her in. Ooh, Of course, when they play all their stuff for free, and one of those things is Cavalier of Flame, they have all that mana left with the lands. They can go 1 in red, give all their creatures +1/+0 in haste, and then it certainly goes downhill. Yeah, we're not winning that one, but we have the best thing against this deck. Back to nature there. Okay. Sometimes it is nice. If I can play an early thing, we draw out the leyline binding. And then turn 4, they have 4 mana. They go Fires of Invention plus Enigmatic Incarnation, looking to have Enigmatic sacrifice leyline binding. Leyline binding has a mana value of 6. Enigmatic, they can search for a creature with a mana value of 7, 1 more than the sacrificed enchantment, and well, usually all over there. But you wait until before the end of their turn. You take all that out with this, as it has happened before. Some of you guys may have seen me do it before, but well, at least we confirmed it. Tyrranax Rex? Yeah, maybe. Echoing Deep. I don't think we need that. Two T-Rexes sound good. Basically just see back to nature. Hope to see back to nature. All right. Come on, back to... Oh. Okay, well, it's no back to nature, but it is beautiful. That's good enough for me. Cross your fingers. I'm going to need everybody to cross their fingers. And we know the sneaky tricks that is potentially going to happen from them. Maybe won't quite barf everything like before, but hey, we got Carnage Tyrant. Turn 4. That's good enough for me. I mean, we could be getting Galta at some point. We're going to have to be extra sneaky. See what sort of mana they have left, treasures and whatnot. At the very least, they can't go Leyline Binding this turn. It costs 3, reduced by the mountain, the plains, and the forest from the lands that they have. Okay, now... Okay, just Fable. Just Fable. This is still looking good. Where's that back to nature? That's not back to nature, but it's still pretty darn good. Stomping Ground. Galta next turn, potentially, although I'm pretty sure they're going to do nasty things. If we draw Palani's Hatcher or Regisaur Alpha, maybe we can get them. Maybe they're scared. They want to go Supreme Verdict. It's not so bad. Oh, this is not good. Oh, boy. Now the question becomes... Galta plus Pugnacious, maybe. 1 Galta and 1 Pugnacious, perhaps. They wouldn't expect another one, that's for sure. Just in case they have a sweeper next turn. Just in case. That's fine. Here goes nothing. Okay. Well, you never know. We saw the Supreme Verdict. Certainly could have been a possibility. Still could be a possibility. Ooh. Something bad's happening. That's pretty good. Okay. And there's the Leyline Binding. Painful. Well, we'll play the rest of it. At least we do get to attack with Topiary Stomper. They don't have that goblin to make treasures, which is pretty good. We don't have to worry about another potential Leyline Binding. We have to hope for no sweeper, but hey, sometimes you just don't get the stuff that gives everything haste. That's also why I sometimes have added in other creatures that give every creature haste, because you really want to see it. You really want to take them out, especially against a deck like this where, well, you know, painful stuff happens. Who would trade with who? That's the question. Kenrith at the most. It's got a black, a green, and a white. They can't do anything with that. Oh, yes, good night. Oh, this recent variation, yes, it is 100% war crimes. Kenrith would probably block Galta. Let's do that. Yeah. I like that. It would be nice to take out Kenrith or some amount of them. No sweeper. Don't do it. No more lands. Oh boy. Is this going to be it? They can do a lot of stuff with Kenrith, unfortunately, gaining a bunch of life, so... Okay, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good backup. Gaining 6. 10. Well, we'll go with Sylvan Scrying. We'll grab a land. We'll thin the deck so there's a slightly higher chance of drawing something that isn't a land. Keep the pressure. Omnath wants to block somebody, which is good. It's nice that I should be taking down Omnath. I hope. I could have something that gives indestructible. Okay. That's alright. An Omnath going down is a very nice thing. Okay, they had another one. Hopefully they don't draw Fabled Passage. Is that it? That might be it. They can gain 5. They can go to 6. But Kenrith and Omnath would have to block. Oh boy. Oh boy. Something hasty. Anything. Oh, it's another land. Alright. 4, 4, 12. Everybody's got a block. Yeah, at least I take them all out. That's worth it. Whew. I don't want to sit back because it could get very, very bad. Tyrranax Rex, where you at, buddy? Let's do it. I have 3. I didn't bring in the whole plate. Oh, okay, Galta. I have so much I can hard cast Galta. Wow. No removal, no removal. No leyline binding. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't draw leyline binding. Cross your fingers. Is that it? Don't draw leyline binding. Don't do it. Don't do it. Well, that could be bad. Maybe. Oh no. All right, good. Redemption. Whew. I had that ready and waiting. Tense. I love those moments where they could draw leyline binding and maybe exile Galta and you just draw lands after lands and you just want something. It is a little bit rough. You know how many big things or you know how many things you could draw. And statistically speaking, you would hope to have drawn more than that by this particular point in the game, but hey, that's all right. That was like the icing on the cake. I might have only done that once. It might be the actual first time that I've simply cast Galta Primal Hunger for 12. 12. I didn't have any creatures out. Have you ever cast Galta Primal Hunger for 12 with all the lands you've had out? Oh boy, that was pretty cool. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, I'll leave it there for tonight. Was going to be a little bit short, a little over an hour. Tomorrow night, hopefully I should be back again as much as possible. Yeah, oh boy, oh boy. Absolutely, absolutely. A Dino with Fling or Voldaren Thrillseeker. That is a very good thing. Used in Gruul vehicles or Gruul Seekers, as it's called. The thing that is the Fling is a creature itself. Which kind of makes sense now that you mention it. I've always wondered about the Fling potential. Many of you guys do sort of Fling stuff. Sacrificing a creature, dealing damage equal to its power to any target. I could imagine that being pretty good. Sometimes I have so much mana I can make the 8 for Galta Stampede Tyrant, and then I have 1 left over. Maybe I have 2 Sunken Citadels plus a castle. There's 6 plus 3 other lands. I only have to use 2 of those 3 other lands. 1's left over, which the 1 could be from this, but also that is activated ability of a creature. Keep that in mind. Castle Garenbrig's mana can be used for activated abilities of creatures. That's good. That is very good. Huh. Something to keep in mind. I've been killed a couple of times by Gruul Seekers. Very, very nasty stuff. Making a big thing. Love-struck Beast. The Huntsman's Redemption. Making something big with trample, attacking. 1, sacrifice it. You guys may have faced it before. It's certainly a top deck, very, a very good thing to play, and well, it's hard to beat. Pretty aggressive stuff, and then they just finish you off, and there's not much you can do. I'm going to keep that in mind. Yeah, maybe. I certainly could see it being better than a Polyraptor. Not exactly something we need. I love seeing it. Potentially seeing it. But hey, we'll leave it there for tonight. That was pretty good. Taking down a lot of classic stuff. Lovely, lovely. All right. Have a good one. A good rest of your time zone. A good rest of 2024. Starting off with a bang. Hopefully going out with a bang. We'll see where it's at. But hey, this does pack a punch like nothing else. Getting wins out of nowhere. Potentially you can get the job done if you just see this one thing. But you might not have that one thing in that you're using. You might just be hoping for, another creature to give haste, and maybe I won't get the job done. That gets the job done. All right. Have a good one.